tell a little story. The next song I'm going to sing is a song that I was asked to be part of a tribute for the band REM. I don't know if you've heard of them. I'm not even going to make a joke. So we all got to choose what song we wanted, but it was sort of like first come, first serve. You know, if somebody else picked the song you wanted, then you had to pick something else. So I was one of the first people asked. So I was like, I want Nightswimming, because that's the best REM song ever had. I don't know if you know it, but if you don't know it, it's just this. I remember being very little and going away on vacation with my family to Cape Cod, and I would think about, like, we would go swimming in the lake at night, and I just remember, like, listening to the tape on my Walkman. In the olden days, when you had to work to rewind, you really had to want to hear a song in those days. And so rewinding, and I couldn't, I mean, I was probably like 10 or 11, and I would be weeping, and I don't even know why I was weeping. I still don't even know what the song's about. But there's something about the words and the melody and just, it's just one of the most beautiful songs ever. So I chose this song, and I thought, how can I do this in an interesting way? Because everyone else is just going to get on stage like, here's my guitar, and I was like, I could be like, here's my ukulele, but everybody plays uke now, so who cares about that? And so I thought, well, this song, it's basically the same thing over and over again. So I could loop it with a looping pedal, and I could kind of like loop my voice and do all this stuff, and then Chris can play upright bass. It could be like a cool duo thing that we do. I'd never used a looping pedal before in my life, now. And I don't do well with doing things for the first time in front of, like, well, okay, fast forward a few months. I work it out, I figure it out, I practice it at home over and over again to my roommate, poor roommate, who's here right now. And she's like, it's so good. And I'm like, no, it's not. She's like, no, it's good, do it. And I'm like, okay. So the time comes, Carnegie Hall, nonetheless. I choose Carnegie Hall to be the one place where I debut my looping pedal skills. And we get there, and they're like, the people that are running the thing are like, you know REM is going to be in the audience watching you. And I'm like, I was thinner, let's just say, at the end of the day. I was so nervous, I was trembling. And I remember I got on stage, I was barefoot. I don't know what I was trying to prove. Oh, you know what it was? I wanted to feel the pedal under my foot, because I was so nervous that I was going to hit the wrong thing. And so I walked it on stage, and for some reason I didn't bring my dress, and I was like sweating, and my clothing was bad, so I went and bought this like long, flowy Ann Taylor black dress, and I hadn't washed my hair. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was going crazy slowly. I was not prepared. But I pulled it together somehow, and I looked very like foofy, hippie poopy, but that was all right. It worked for the song. So I got out, and I'm in Carnegie Hall, and my hand, I'm like this the whole time, and I look over at Chris, and Chris is like, I'm like, no, you're supposed to be The Rock. And like literally The Rock, like the wrestler. I thought he was gonna dress up like him. That was our plan. Kidding. And so we start, and I'm like, at this point, I don't really remember what happened. Because I've never been this nervous in my life. And I sing one thing, and I loop me, and I finally realized, like, halfway through the song, and I could hear my voice, and I'm in Carnegie Hall, which every musician dreams of being in. And I'm like, enjoy this, you stupid idiot. Stop it and enjoy it. And all of a sudden it was like, I just like broke open and enjoyed this moment that I was in. And it was one of the most just like brave moments of my life, and it was glorious, and it ended beautifully. And then I saw Michael Stipe later after I had like 8 glasses of champagne, and I don't drink. So that's a lot. I did this weird thing. I think I kind of like sexually harassed him. He's like, I love what you did with that song. And I was like, what? And then like he kind of turned away for a second, and I wanted his attention again, even though I had nothing to say. And I kind of like grabbed him here as he moved, so my hand like swept across like sensually, like tugging on him, like not wanting him to leave me. But I had nothing to say, and he turned around, and I was like, and he just walked away. And that was the end of that night for me, and I don't really remember much after that, except a big headache the next day. But that's my story about this song. I'm sorry it's long, but I wanted to tell it because I've been in New York. So now, give me 1 second.
I know.
So here we go. Hopefully I won't mess it up after all that, right? This is Nightswimming by R.E.M. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. Photograph on the dashboard taken years ago. Turn around backwards so the windshield shows. Every street light reveals a picture in reverse. Still it's so much clearer that I forgot my shirt at the water's edge. The moon is low tonight. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. I'm not sure all these people understand. It's not like years ago, the fear of getting caught and the recklessness of water. They cannot see me naked. These things, they go away, replaced by everyday night swimming, remembering that night. Oh, September's coming soon, and I'm pining for the moon. And what if they were two side by side in orbit around the fair sun? That bright, tight, forever drum cannot describe night swimming. You, I thought I knew you. You, I cannot judge. You, I thought you knew me. This one laughing quietly underneath my breath. Night swimming deserves a quiet night.